Hey, I'm Steve here at Burnston Auto Wrecking in Burnston, Massachusetts, doing the junkyard crawl. Yes, I'm back. And this is a 1985 Firebird Trans Am. Special cars. In 1985, a total of 95,880 Firebirds were built, of which 44,028 were Trans Ams like this. The Trans Am was a special car, no six cylinders, at least in this period of time, although base Firebirds could be had with a 151 cubic inch four-banger, a couple of small V6s, but again, Trans Am meant V8. Three V8s. There was the base LG4 with 165 horsepower, the optional L69HO with 190 horsepower, and the top dog, the 210 horsepower LB9 two-port injection motor. We'll find out which one this has in just a second. But in the meantime, we'll look inside. Well, let's go to the front while we're here. And by the way, this was the first Firebird with hideaway headlights, and he's had exceptionally low drag. He said a CD, a coefficient of drag of 0.32, which was the best in America, even better than Z28. And again, these things come down, and the aero quality on this thing is very good for fuel economy and performance. And the Trans Am, of course, had these specific louvers in the hood, on the front and the sides, and they do nothing. They go nowhere, but that's okay. They look good. They helped to sell the heck out of Trans Ams. And again, there were 44,028 of these things built in 1985. So let's pop that hood and see which motor. Is it a tune port? Is it, we got, okay, it's a 305 with a single four barrel. Okay, yeah, this is the base L64 with 165 horse, the 190 horsepower the L69 would have an aluminum intake manifold, so this ain't that. But anyway, these are interesting cars. First Trans Am, the Firebird and Camaro, the F-body Gen 3s, had rack and pinion steering up front, fully unitized construction, no subframe like the second gen Firebird and Camaro had. So much lighter cars by about 500 pounds versus 1981 Gen 2 F-bodies. So, moving in the right direction, less weight, power to weight ratio was better on these things. So coming around to this side, let's look inside. And the transmissions, you could have had a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. And in this one here, we've got, ooh, that's nice. Yeah, automatic. There it is. That's okay. And of course, bucket seat standard fare, no bench seat ever in a Trans Am. And of course, no column shift. These are all going to be console shifted cars, minuscule back seats on these things, but a useful car in many ways. Fun car if you're single or have a small family. And here's a cool thing right here. This is Car and Driver. On the cover of this, the big deal was the Z28. This is the January 1982 issue. I love these cars. I was born in 64, so I fully remember when these cars came out. It's a beautiful car. And there's a nice feature here on the Firebird. And here it is right here. And here's the F-Tech right there, talking about all the inner structures. And this one here is the four-wheel disc brakes, which were certainly an option. This car has drums in the back, but here's the unitized body right there. And the rear suspension, the 3-link, has a coil springs, a Panhard bar, and this torque link goes from the axle to the back of the transmission to help prevent axle hop, and, very efficient little package. And nice example. One thing that's kind of weird about these cars, form and function sometimes go hand in hand. Now, these cars, if you see the Z28 or the Trans Am, dual exhaust, right? Well, it's true. They come out the back, but it's kind of an illusion. Here's the transverse muffler, which has twin tailpipes that come out the back of the car, but they're fed by a single pipe, which is fed by the catalytic converter, which is under the passenger side foot area. In fact, on the passenger side floor pan, there's a big bump to house that pellet style catalytic converter. So emissions were part of the picture here. Anyway, so fake dual exhaust, but it's real. You tell me what it is. At the back, something very cool on these cars, of course, the hatchback, functional as heck. And again, Trans Am stuff right here, the wing right there, provides a little bit of downforce, better aero. And this does come up. Let's check out and see what we find. And these are heavy. They usually have a couple of hydraulic pistons, and these ones are defunct. So use an old school piece of wood here to prop it up against gravity. But again, nice example of the breed. And again, the first functional hatchback on a Firebird. Camaro had this thing too. Kind of cool. And something called a SPID, the service parts identification label. This thing right here, which tells a lot about the car. You can see on this one here, it has C60 air conditioning. Got that. And the rear axle is the G code. I don't see G80, unfortunately. It'd be nice to see that would be the positive traction, but EFG. WS4 Trans Am, that's for sure. GU4, which means 308 open diff, no G80. So an open differential, one wheel peel. That's the SPID. These are kind of cool. Good to see that. Put it back in the car for future restoration efforts. Right. And anyway, that's the story of the 1985 Pontiac Trans Am, the third model year for the F body. These would grow from strength to strength. The GTA would have a 5.7. The Formula 350 would have a 5.7 350 motor. Pretty cool stuff, but they would grow from strength to strength. But yes, you could get a four-cylinder engine in the Firebird 1985, 82, 81, 82. Great little engine for economy, but performance zero. So anyway, that's the story about this car here. If you like it, be sure to ring the bell, subscribe to the Steve Mag's YouTube channel, and come back for more Junkyard Crawl videos. I'm back.